All right, let's talk legal on this, the Oscar night slap of Chris Rock. Now, ultimately, I think I understand why charges won't be brought in this case, because procedurally, a police report would need to be filed. And according to LAPD, Chris Rock isn't going to file one. Quote, LAPD investigative entities are aware of an incident between two individuals during the Academy Awards program, the department said in a statement. The incident involved one individual slapping another. The individual involved has declined to file a police report. If the involved party desires a police report at a later date, LAPD will be available to complete an investigative report. Now, it's technically true, though, that you don't need a complaining witness when you have this kind of video evidence. But I would think that in any other similar situation that doesn't involve domestic violence, I would think they wouldn't bring charges without a complaining witness. But joining us now is April Preyar for some insight on the legal issue. She's a criminal defense attorney out of Chicago. April, thanks so much for coming back on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so what do you make of this question of whether they could bring charges anyway, simply using the unambiguous video evidence, but without Chris Rock as the complaining witness?
You are correct. Technically, the prosecutor could still bring charges against Will Smith without Chris, but it becomes very difficult when you have an uncooperative complainant. But technically, since we have millions of witnesses and it is on video, they could certainly proceed. But again, it makes it difficult without Chris participating.
Right. Because, there are people who are saying, well, as a legal matter, you don't need him to be ready to be a witness in this case. You can just use the video evidence, etc. But it's just not that easy. I mean, it sounds easy, right? It sounds pretty straightforward that you start the case, you present the video, you rest your case, and the case is over. But it's just not that simple.
It's not. And this whole notion of pressing charges is kind of a misnomer. Chris does not control the charge. The prosecutor does. But again, the prosecutor has to lay out a case and decide, is it worth it to proceed if our victim, our so-called victim, isn't going to cooperate with us? It's a big hurdle. And we've seen it, like you said, in domestic violence cases, it probably comes up the most, maybe occasionally in bar fights. But it sets a difficult precedent to have someone walk up and supposedly defend their loved one's honor against words with violence. And it is kind of tricky that they're not going to go forward with. I understand Chris and Will are friends. They probably don't want to take it any further. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the year they're doing a movie together. But in the meantime, I think it's a bad look because this happens all the time. People say hurtful things and you can't just immediately respond with your fist.
Yeah, and look, and I think there really is put aside the sort of, the issue of, kids who love Will Smith are going to think, that violence is acceptable, et cetera. But there's also the sense of, look, this is what comedians do, right? They make fun of people in the audience. That's part of their shtick. They are saying things to mock people in the audience. And I'm not defending the joke. If he knew about her condition, it was a tasteless joke. And if he knew about her condition, he should have been criticized after the fact. And maybe they should have put out a statement that says, we're never going to have him do the Oscars again if he knew about her condition. But regardless, that doesn't explain going up and whacking someone. And I've just been shocked at the number of people who keep telling us to better understand why Will Smith did what he did.
Well, I've definitely heard all the arguments, and I do have friends who have alopecia, and my understanding is it's not only emotionally painful, it's also physically painful. It can result in redness and inflammation, and it's a hardship not on just that woman who has often attached her beauty and femininity to her hair, at least in her mind. It's also difficult for those around her. So I understand morally, ethically, what have you, why it is Will felt a need to defend her. But in the law, there is no legal, viable defense that he could possibly have at his disposal to explain his actions before a judge or a jury.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people, though, would say that they feel a need to go and attack someone And typically that isn't the decision of that person, right? I mean, the person doesn't get to decide what rises to the level of being offensive enough that I can walk 100 yards and go slap someone. I think you and I agree on that. But I think you're just making a sort of broader moral point, which I guess my only concern with that is it does feel a little bit like apologizing for Will Smith. So I want to just give you the final word on that. Because, okay, yeah.
I'm not. I mean, the one thing I know in my career, if I know nothing else, is that people's entire lives can be wasted because they acted in haste, because they acted out of anger. So I'm certainly not defending Will at all. What I'm saying is he has no defense in the law, but he has many people in his corner in the court of public opinion because of the reason he walked on stage.
Oh, no, I know he does. I guess I'm just not, I'm not one of them, not because it makes it okay to mock someone, again, if that's what Chris Rock was doing intentionally. But it just seems to me that once we go down the road of starting to make excuses for everyone who hits someone, I'm not saying you're doing that, that it gets to be a very dangerous road to go down. So I think we agree on this. April Preyar, thanks so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.